Donald Trump was on the radio, TV or radio the other day saying, you know what, Dennis Rodman's a smart guy. People don't give him credit for being smart. He said, he's the reason why I met Kim Jong Un.
You introduced Trump to Kim Jong Un?
And tell me what shoe this cop looks like when I was with the Bulls. Tell me what shoe this looks like. So you let me know what Travis Scott did.
Did anyone reach out to you? Did Travis ever reach out to you?
What do you think if I wear a dress to my book signing? He said, oh yeah, man. Oh yeah, man.
Marrying yourself?
I'm gonna get solid. I did that, and people tripped out. He asked Michael first, and Michael told him hell no. Then he asked Scotty. Scotty said hell no. He asked me. I said yes. Then he said something like in the sense of welcome to my country. That's what gave me the key to the country.
Wow, this is more than I thought it was.
I'm getting emotional. I don't want to do this.
All right, everybody, welcome to the first episode of the Got Soul podcast. I don't have much to say other than this is going to be legendary. It's going to be a new whole thing for Got Soul. We're going to be interviewing some of the biggest celebrities in the world, just like we have at our events. And Joey, what do you think? First episode.
Very exciting. It's only right to do it with the legend,
Dennis Rodman.
So
yeah, I mean, it was actually Dennis's idea. Like a year ago when he came to the event, we were walking out and he's like, why don't we just do this like an interview?
he wanted to do it on the stage.
Yeah, he
And
wanted
that's very
on the
like
stage
rock.
would have been crazy though. But yeah, so just for everyone watching at home, you're going to see a lot more of the Got Soul podcast. We're going to be filming with some of the biggest talent out there. Rodman is obviously the first one. He's coming to Chicago Got Soul today. So we're filming this July 13th, 2024. When it comes out, I guess you'll see. But this is July 13th at Chicago Got Soul because he's hosting the event later today. So that's going to be madness if it was anything like last time. Joey, any predictions for like Rodman's appearance or?
Can't predict. Rodman is just that kind of guy that he's going to show up and he could be wearing a Gale like he did when he married himself, or
I should have wore a Gale.
All right.
Well, I mean, yeah, I don't even know what to ask him. I feel like there's so many different things that you can ask him about. Do you have any ideas? Like, what do you want to know?
I just want to let him talk.
Let him talk, yeah. He can talk, and he has so many stories. So, yeah, Rodman last time was super chill, cool guy. He gets bombarded the second he is going to walk in this building, I'm sure. But we got extra security for everyone at home. We'll see how well that actually does of getting him around. But, yeah.
I'm excited to see if he changed up his hair.
What color are you predicting? I think neon green. I'm going the classic.
I'm going to go like a bright blue-ish color.
Bright blue?
Yeah, bright blue.
Okay. I mean, I guess we'll see. Let us know what your favorite Rodman hairstyle is at home, too. But, yeah, in the meantime, let's just get into the podcast. First and foremost, before we do that, we just want to say thank you for watching this and coming to the events and supporting us. And we have so much more coming. This is the start of something serious. So let's get into the podcast. Thank you so much. At the time this is being filmed, no one even knows that there's a Got Soul podcast that exists. So this is going to be the first episode. It's super private, secret. Nobody knows about it. And Rodman told us a year ago, hey, we got to do an interview, like an actual thing. And that's why we're here.
What you should have done, you guys need to learn about this shit. You should have just set up an interview on the stage. Just sat there and just.
Oh, a podcast? Like a podcast type thing on the stage?
Just did that shit.
Oh my God. Listen, you don't want to know what that means though. We just got to come back and do it again, no? Let's run it back. We're going to come back to Chicago. We need to do, if we did a shoe, actual Rodman shoe, you own it, Rodman apparel, do you know how crazy that would go? About all this equipment, literally, you're our first episode. It's like a ton of money and equipment just to do it. Yeah. It's podcast time. First Got Soul podcast episode ever with the legend Dennis Rodman. It was his idea, and that's why we're here a year later. All right, cool.
That's your photo, huh?
That's our photo of us from last year, yeah.
So those are your shoes down there.
Say it again? Yeah, these are our shoes. Do you remember that shoe from last time?
Yeah.
Last time you said that you and Madonna would have worn that in bed back in the day.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
We're here actually because of this, man. This whole podcast is a thing because it was his idea a year ago. We're here with Dennis Rodman in Chicago, and I got to do a little intro. Dennis, for our first ever guest on the show, we're here with a legend, not just in basketball, but in all of popular culture. A 5-time NBA champion alongside Michael Jordan himself, Scottie Pippen, and a lot of other players as well. 2-time Defensive Player of the Year, 2-time NBA All-Star, 7-time NBA rebounding champion with nearly 12,000 career rebounds, and above all, a cultural staple that's brought some of the most iconic moments and memorable moments in all of pop culture. Our friend, Dennis Rodman. Thank you, Dennis, seriously, for being here.
Oh, wow, man. It's a pleasure, man. I mean, over here, where we at, Chicago?
We're in Chicago.
Chicago. You guys left New York or Boston?
We just did, what did we do last month? I forget at this point. Philly, and we got New York next month.
Yeah, I mean, it's a great thing, man, but it's like, it's difficult because you draw such attention as far as that got sold.
Right.
And especially this shoe con thing. But I'm just at awe because you just told me that you're 24.
24.
Come on, people. Can you believe this? And you just told me you're like 26 or something like that?
27, yeah.
27? Wow, man. This is the generation, man.
Right.
This is the generation. I mean, God, you should be proud of yourself, man.
Thank
a
you.
lot of people would love to be in your shoes.
That means the world.
And this guy was just telling me a story about, he said, dude, I just saw this 10-year-old making $10,000. Man, I said, what? A 10-year-old?
Our last event in Philadelphia, literally watched a 10-year-old make a $10,000 trade.
It's crazy. And when we were young, the reason we're here and how we even started this thing, I was 12 years old. Joey was 14. Our house burnt down to the ground. We lost everything. My baby pictures, clothes, everything in between. And we had to live in a trailer for a year. And that's what inspired us. We wanted to start our own business. And we were doing little side hustles. And we did our first event in a small little church when I was 14. He was 16, 300 people. And 11 years almost later, we're here. So that's kind of our story.
Well, that should be like a mini little documentary that you guys should create for yourself, because a lot of kids, would perish because kids are not that hungry, in a sense to do this. I mean, This is like literally from scratch to this in like less than 10 years. I mean, what do you want to call it, 10 years, 11 years?
10 years. It's not 11 yet, 10 years.
10 years, I'm like, wow, man. Do you ever reflect on that, man? Because I reflect when I used to be homeless for 2 years, man, sleeping in people's backyards and stuff like that. Wow, I mean, that right there, that takes a lot, man. It takes a lot to put your mind back at ease and back on that pedestal where you can say, wow, man, we could actually do this and really do it.
Right.
So.
Yeah. That reminds me that when you say that, and that means the world to me, seriously, to both of us, like for you to say that. And it's so funny because we have this huge business and it's done great and it's growing and it's a beautiful thing. We got millions of followers, right? But we didn't, similar to your Hall of Fame speech, which is one of my favorite Dennis Rodman moments of all time, where you literally say, I didn't do this for the money. I didn't do this to be famous. The same thing with us. We don't care about money at all. We just want to grow this brand that the two kids who were 14 and 16 did around the world. So I can relate to you on that.
This is so funny because that's a good thing right there. I didn't do it for the money or the fame. I just did it because I wanted to play sports and stuff like that. But I was just thinking, because I was walking through behind you guys and said, wow, I am surprised Nike, Adidas, any other big companies have not came at you and said, let me buy this business. I swear to God, I have not.
Hey,
I'm surprised they haven't came at you, especially Nike. I'm surprised they ain't came at you to say, let me have this. I'm pretty sure they probably going to hit you guys. Nike's going to probably hit you guys with a big amount of money.
Yeah, and the biggest thing is for us, just like John's saying, just like you said, you never did it for the money. We view this business as like our third brother. We're blood brothers, and we view this. We grew up with this business since 14 and 16. Now this is our 11th year of doing it. We view it almost as like an extension of us. That's how much we care about it.
I know it's about the money. Not about the money. I'm just saying, I'm surprised they haven't hit you.
Oh, right. Yeah, I mean, we've had people who wanted to buy it.
Wanted to buy it, but I'm saying, keep it as it could be more like what they call it, something like almost like a mini series about this right here, going around the world and stuff like that. You know what I do documentaries like that, going around the world doing stuff. I think you guys should do that, have a documentary like that.
We need our own Last Dance.
That's what I'm saying. Seriously, man, you should do that, man.
Hey, did the Last Dance miss anything?
I don't think so. I just think that a lot of players got really bent out of shape because it was Michael's voice. It was only Michael. Right. And I think Scotty got bent out of shape because I think Scotty should have been in there with Michael to narrate it. But Michael, in 1997, we all knew that they was filming us from start to finish because they was in a locker room, in our bedrooms.
Did that annoy you?
But no, not really, because it's more like you sit every day and playing the game. So it just, I loved it.
You loved it?
I loved it because he gave me 2 segments. So the 2 shows, he gave me 2 shows. I didn't want that, but they gave me 2 shows. But I just put my popularity back up, which I don't care. But it was just, it's funny the fact that Michael did something that helped the world. I mean, people don't realize what he did.
Right, changed the world.
I don't know. He didn't change the world. I'm just saying, when when COVID hit, nobody couldn't go outside. He let that thing out, and people stayed inside and watched the whole thing. He did that. I think that was planned to do it, and then people just locked in on it.
Yeah.
And so he did it when people couldn't go outside. That's when people had to stay inside and watch it.
I know.
He pretty much shoved it down their damn throat. Just say, here, watch this. And so people say, oh my God, this is awesome.
And you have some of the best segments. I mean, there's the one segment about, you skipping practice and doing the WWE thing. Is that, do you think people over-exaggerate there, or is there parts of the story they don't know? Like, how do you feel about that whole thing?
I've been knowing Hulk Hogan for a long time. And one day he came at me, he said, Dennis, I'd like you to be my tag team partner in Detroit. I said, all right, Hulk, I can do that because I can wrestle. I used to do it with him back in the day. He said, Dennis, what you doing? It's going to be tomorrow. I said, tomorrow? I got a damn game, man. He said, I don't give a damn. I send you a private plane. You just fly down for an hour. I'll fly you right back. I said, all right, cool. And so I played the game. I went back there, running back there, put my NWO outfit on, had the hat on, and stuff like that. Got on the private plane and got in Detroit, and that was. I wish we had a tape. You should show a tape. Oh my God, it was pandemonium.
Yeah, and you're hitting people with chairs.
Right, people with chairs and something
on.
like that. And so, he gonna come back injured? Or something's gonna happen? No, but yeah, that was fun. That's really real, dog. Phil Jackson said go. He just told me to go.
Phil Jackson told you to go.
He
Didn't he tell you you can only go for like a certain amount of time, and you just went longer than that? You didn't care?
No, that was Vegas.
Oh, that's Vegas.
That's
right,
Vegas. That's Vegas.
Oh, I'm losing track of all the
Right,
stuff.
that was Vegas, So, yeah, that was Vegas. But I just went there for like a few hours and popped right back. So
Social media is everything in today's age.
Right.
Do you pay attention to it, or you just have people do it for you?
She with me every day. So
And she does it.
Yeah, but I can't do it. I haven't had a phone, man, 2 years.
Right. It's so funny, though, because the way you've been over your whole career, right? If you were doing the stuff you did then, now,
dude.
how much more viral it would be? Marrying yourself? Can you give us the marrying yourself? Like, what was the inspiration behind that?
No. I told a lot of my friends, I said, dude, if I had this, the media, Twitter and stuff like that, I'd be, boy, I'd probably be the first billionaire athlete.
Probably.
I'm like, dude,
I don't think that's
the
a
stuff I
stretch.
was doing back then, boy, woo. But it was like really like dangerous stuff. It's more like eccentric stuff, like more like, wow, he actually did that, because people wasn't expecting an athlete to do all this, like people that play music stuff, and people that's acting, people doing this, doing that. I was doing all that, playing basketball at the same time. But when I got married to myself, that was just out this spur of the moment. I was just doing a movie in London, and I was coming back, and I was sitting there doing my book signing 2 days later. And I said, wow, what should I do? I just kept thinking, what should I do? Because we're going down Fifth Avenue. And I'm like, I said, oh, man, would it be crazy if I married myself? Yeah. People looked at me and said, oh, that's genius. I said, I'm really serious, man. I said, great. So we got on the horn. We called this fashion designer in London that was well known. He died. So I said, he came down that night. And he said, oh, I got the perfect dress for you. Okay, great. So we got it the next day. And so the next day, we start fitting the dress. And I said, I'm going to the gym. I go to the gym, and I walked in. I got on the bicycle, and I looked over to my right. I said, oh, shit. Again, oh, shit. Oh, shit, Steven Tyler. I said, wait a minute. I said, really?
Wow.
Yeah, that's from Boston.
Yeah.
That's from Boston. So I'm like, damn, Steve, what the hell are you doing here? I know him. I said, what are you doing here? He said, man, we got a concert tomorrow, stuff like that. I said, hey, let me run this by you, Steven. I said, what do you think if I wear a dress to my book signing? He said, oh, yeah, man. Oh, yeah, man. We do it, man. Oh, yeah, baby. He was some shit like that. He was just saying some crazy shit. I said, he said, yeah, man, that'd be great. I said, yep. Okay, I'm doing it. So I did that. So I went upstairs. The next day, I had to get a horse and carriage. I had 8 girls in tuxedos. We walking down. I got in the carriage, and nobody knew who in the hell it is. I had the veil on, right? So I got in the carriage. So we started the parade. It wasn't a parade, but it was more like as we was going down Fifth Avenue. all of a sudden, people looking outside the windows, and all of a sudden, it started like a, just all, like a, what do you call it? No, it's like more like people throwing shit out the window. You know what?
Oh, okay.
So they was
Like
doing
a riot.
No, it wasn't like a riot. It was more like, oh my God.
Okay, yeah, they were just.
They probably thought it was Madonna.
They thought it was Madonna.
They probably thought it was Madonna and shit
Listen,
like
why
that.
marry Madonna when you can marry yourself?
Well, so anyway, so I got halfway down there. I said, screw this. So I got out the carriage. So I walked around the carriage. I got in the middle of the street and I started walking with the girls inside of me. I just started walking down to the bookstore, and to let you know I have no shoes on. And so as we got over the hill a little bit, I'm like, oh hell no! There's thousands and thousands of people just waiting down. I'm like this. I mean, literally thousands. I'm like, damn. I did all this in 3 years, huh? Literally 1 year. But then once I got down, I'm like, oh my God, it was crazy. So I walked in, still got the veil on. So I'm walking in, signing the books. This is just, okay, great. So tell us who you're gonna marry. Tell me. They don't know who it's me. Right. So next thing you know, I did this. People should have seen the looks on their damn face. Like I said, really? I said, you motherfucker. That's pretty what they were saying. You got us on. You got us. Like, but then they somebody to move a bigger story. A bigger story like that. So it's like, wow. So that's how it all started right there. I just came up with just some idea, and then all of a sudden, I think that really blew my whole career up right there.
Yeah, of course it did.
Wow. And you said that all happened in London, correct?
It all happened in
No,
London.
on Fifth Ave. Right?
No, that all happened in London, the ideal.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Right.
Flying
yeah,
back
yeah.
from London, then, so.
Wow. Okay, so that, I mean, if social media was a thing, would have been the biggest thing in the world.
in
The
the
other
world.
thing that would have been the biggest thing, literally in the world, is Dennis Rodman goes to North Korea with Kim Jong Un.
Go North. That's why you got to figure you'll say that one.
Tell us about it. I don't even have a question. Just tell us about it.
Nothing. I mean, what you don't know, I'll just say this. Donald Trump was on the radio, TV or radio the other day saying, you know what? Dennis Rodman's a smart guy. People don't give him credit for being smart. He said, he's the reason why I met Kim Jong Un.
You introduced Trump to Kim Jong Un?
No. I set the seed for him to meet, because I kept saying.
Right, because you were the first American in North Korea, is that right?
No, Kim Jong Un always used to tell me, Dennis, if Donald Trump can do this for me, I'll do this for him. He said it all the time to me.
You were the middleman between Trump and Kim Jong Un.
It wasn't supposed to be like that. I just went over there to play sports. That was it. There was no going over there to help Trump. No, hell no. I was just going to play sports. And then one day, when I was over there with the Harlem Globetrotters, and Kim Jong Un called me over to his table. They had this people that said, Dan, I thought I was going to jail. I said, I'll go to fucking jail, man.
In North Korea, too.
He said, I'm saying, they come here, all these guys, oh, shit. So, anyway, no, they said, they said, come sit down. I'm like, by him? He said, yeah, he wants you to sit beside him. So I sat beside him, and he just started talking about basketball and said, hey, I like the Chicago Bulls. I'm like, really? But just to let you know, he asked Michael first, and Michael told him, hell no. Then he asked Scotty. Scotty said, hell no. He asked me. I said, yes.
So he asked Michael and Scotty to go to North Korea, and they said no?
They said no. I said yes.
Wow. What made you say yes to go?
I just thought it was an autograph, some autograph gig. that's what I
Just chase
thought.
a bag,
I
right?
thought it was an autograph gig. That's what I thought it was. It's it's all political shit. I'm like, then I got there. I'm like, shit.
This is more than I thought it was.
This is way more. I'm like, I didn't expect this. I just they had it was like the red carpet with all these army guys and dignitaries and stuff like that. So they walked me in, and I walk in this room, and it's like people around the wall, sitting around one of these black and white suits, right. And there's 2 chairs over there, 2 captain chairs.
Yeah.
So the army guys walked me over there. Boy, I'm like, boy, this is not good, man. This is not really good.
Not at all.
Not good at all, dude. I sat there, next thing you know, like a couple of minutes later, then all of a sudden these guys stood up and started clapping. But I'm thinking they're clapping for me. So
They
like,
clapping
no,
for him.
No, I didn't know who this guy was. I never knew who Kim Jong Un was. Nobody even told me about him. So this little short guy walks in, and people just, and then once he walked in, they got louder. It got louder, and then he walked across, and he sat beside me, and he said something like, in the sense of, "Welcome to my country." I'm like, what? This what he said. First thing came out of his mouth. He said, "Welcome to my country." I'm like, look, I was like, I have nobody to talk to. They don't speak English.
Yeah, you have a translator.
I'm trying to figure out, did you just say this? I wish people could hear this, something like that. I said, wow, this guy. And once I was there a couple of days, I said, do you realize who this guy is? I said, nope, I never asked. And stuff like that. This is the worst guy on the planet. I'm like, I don't care. He's been good to me so far, so. Right. But that's how I met him. I was over there 7 times.
You met Kim Jong Un 7 times. And what Trump said about you setting the sea for him to meet Kim Jong Un.
That's how they all have. When they went to, was it Singapore? Singapore. I think it was Singapore. Singapore or something like that. I was there for it.
You were there when Trump met Kim Jong Un?
And I was there. I was in the room. I was there, and he actually said that about me. And Kim Jong Un said the same thing.
Wow.
He said, and plus he gave me the key to the country.
They gave you the key to North Korea?
Nope.
Where is it? Is that your house?
It ain't here.
It ain't here.
It ain't here. But he actually gave me the key to the what you want to call a city.
To the country.
The country gave me the key to the country. He said,
key to the country is crazy.
So he said, you can come back to my country anytime you want.
Wow.
Anytime you want. So it's fun. Now I just want to go too deep, and I think a lot of people know it already. So, anyway, so we go. So back to Kim Jong Un is good, but it's one main thing, and he'll tell you himself. He said, "Boy, he said, if I could have one wish," this is what he said to me. He said, "If I could have one wish," and I asked him, I said, "What's your wish all about?" Yeah. He said, "I would like to go to America and go to the Madison Square Garden." I said, Madison Square Garden? What about Chicago?
The White House?
That's what I said. What about Chicago? That's what I told him. We said we drinking some vodka. I said, what about Chicago, man? So, well, that'd be nice too, but I want Madison Square Garden.
Wow, that's crazy.
But he would love to come to America.
And the Trump thing is crazy. You have a relationship with Trump then too?
Oh, yeah.
You and Trump are cool?
Yeah, we're cool.
Speaking of stories, what do you think is one tale or one story that is like your pinnacle, that you think is like the best moment that you've kind of been portrayed through over the years?
I don't want to say the best moment. I think that, making that transition from San Antonio to Chicago, because a lot of people thought I was gay. Really? Because I dressed in.
Because you were cross-dressing.
I was cross-dressing, like women's clothes, doing this. So I didn't give a damn because I'm in San Antonio. Imagine, guys, in San Antonio, the Bible bumping city in the world. People said, really? I was going to gay clubs, and I thought out of this, I was doing that, gay pride, doing this, that, and stuff like so. But the only reason why they kept me around because we was winning.
Right.
We was winning. That's the only reason they kept me around. Then once 95 season was over, and they traded me to Chicago.
What did you think of that when you got traded to Chicago?
I was like,
because Michael was an enemy of yours.
No, it wasn't an enemy.
No,
it was more like a rivalry, the rivalry and stuff like this. So I was in Vegas, of course. I was in Vegas, and I got the news. And you got traded to Chicago. I said, great. And they said, well, they traded you for Will Purdue. I said, oh, hell no. You got nothing for me? But that's how bad they wanted me out of San Antonio. Right. They got nothing for me. They gave Will Purdue. Not like, got guys on Boston team, one of those guys. No,
right.
Will Purdue.
Not Kevin McHale.
Right. That's not not Kevin McHale or Larry Bird. Something like that. Just give me something.
Shout out Will Purdue, I guess.
But they just wanted me out of there. So thank God we win a championship in San Antonio, because if I would have won one there, I probably wouldn't have been traded. Right. So I'm just thanking God. Thank you, San Antonio. Thank you, John Lucas. Thank you, Popovich. Thank you, all you guys. So for trading me
So you said they thought you were gay. They thought you were gay until Madonna came around, I would imagine.
Well, not really, because Madonna, well, I don't like talking about it too much, but me and Madonna had a good relationship. We had a good friendship, and we dated for a minute. And strangely enough, she used to come in the locker room and just sit there. Literally just sit there. But it was no big deal. Guys just let us sit there and stuff like that. So, you know, I used to go hang out with her and da-da-da-da. So I go to practice the next day, fly back to L.A., whatever. It's same old. But it was cool.
And it brings me all into all these, you know, crazy how you dress and what you wore and everything like that. How did the hair get involved?
How did the hair get involved? It happened in San Antonio. That's how crazy this whole story about San Antonio. When I got traded to San Antonio, I was dating this girl, da-da-da. So,
Dating this girl, da-da-da.
I was dating this girl that I think was Mr. Hunt.
Not Carmen.
Not Carmen, but this girl named Kim, the guy that owns Heinz Ketchup, Mr. Hunt.
Okay.
His daughter. So.
Did you guys have a good relationship, you and Mr. Hunt?
It was we were just more like this, me and her, but it was like more like she just, you know, doing her rich shit. I was just doing my thing. So we went to the mall in San Antonio, and we just walked in the mall. And I said, dude, I'm bored right now. I need to do something really cool. And next thing you know, this big Mexican with the long-ass black hair with a silver streak walks out this salon, and he whistled. He said, I turned around, I said, God damn, look at that big guy. And he said, come here. I said, what do you want? He said, I want to dye your hair. Straight like that. I want to dye your hair. I said, you do? All right, let's do it. So I went in there and sat in the chair. First thing I did, I just fell asleep, man. And then next thing you know, he started doing all the stuff that he had to do. And then
You didn't tell him what to do?
No, I didn't say do it, man, whatever you want to do. So I woke up, and I didn't even look at my hair. I didn't even look at it.
You didn't look at your hair when he dyed it?
Nope. I didn't even look at it. I didn't look at it. I said, I don't want to look at it. I just wait. And then he said, man, just let me know how you like it when you come back. I said, all right, great, cool. And the girl was there, she said, oh, shit, look at that.
Probably, right?
Look at that. I was like, oh, really? And I said, all right, great. I didn't even ask her. She said, oh, boy, he did the job on you, Dennis. I said, all right, great. So she said, let's go to the movies. So we go to the movies, and make a long story short, go to the movies and just happen to pick this one particular movie. Yeah. Now, out of all the movies in the damn planet. So we walk in. Next thing we're sitting there, I see Sylvester Stallone and Wesley Snipes. I'm like, this is not fucking funny, right? I'm like, is this real? Wait a minute. It was Demolition Man.
So you didn't get the inspiration from that? Because people say that you got the inspiration from Wesley Snipes.
Nope. I walked in, I said, oh my God. I said, look at that. I was like, oh, this is not funny. I was like, seriously, that's a movie we watched, Demolition Man. And then the next day, we had the fan appreciation day. Okay. In San Antonio, it's like 20-some thousand people, right? You should pull an interview up. And I said, I had a hat on right here. I said something like this. Hey, I don't give a damn what you guys think of me. You can hate me or you can love me, but I tell you one thing, I'm gonna get solid. I did that, and people tripped out. The whole people thing.
Was it green? Was that the first color?
It was blonde.
Oh, it was blonde, the first color.
I was like white. It was a mohawk, and people just tripped out. Around the world tripped out. I said, we ain't seen no shit like this in the NBA. But you know, so it was something.
You've had some of the craziest fashion stuff, like the mohawk. We could pop some of the pictures up of some of the outfits. What do you think's like when you look back? Do you ever look at an outfit or a look you had, and you're just like, yeah, that one wasn't it?
You know, I never thought about that because I had a lot of my gay friends used to help me dress after the games, stuff like that. They just pick an outfit for me. I just go in my closet and just pick just anything random, and it just adds stuff to it. And I did gold, I did glitter, I did everything in the book, man.
So there's no outfit or style you look back and you're like, that was terrible?
Not one, because now if you look at the outfits today, they pretty much, it's more like, I mean, if you can concur, I mean, even with Boston team, you see the guys how they dress. they all try to outdress each other.
Right.
They ain't got no fashion with it. It's just trying to outdress each other.
Who do you think has the best style in the NBA today?
It's like it's not really consistent. It's not really consistent. It's more like, what's the next move? What's the
So they're followers, you're saying? People aren't
they put them trying to figure out what's the next move. They're not actually thinking for themselves. Everybody else is thinking for them. I thought for my own side, I said, I just want this. Okay, great. Just put it together. I'll make it work. I'll make it work.
Right. Of course, yeah. Wow. Joey, what do you think?
It's just crazy. I mean, you obviously have what color is it today? Blue and purple,
I don't know
right?
what it is.
Yeah, a bunch of different colors. There's a kid downstairs inside Chicago got told right now with green and black dyed hair.
The exact way.
Exact way you had it.
Who's that?
Just some random attendee.
I went up to him this morning. I saw him. He's like, yeah, I dyed it just for this. So, I mean, yeah.
You can actually spray it. I mean,
You sprayed it on the late night show.
Yeah, I sure did. I did it with, was it David Letterman?
David
right?
Letterman, yeah.
David Letterman.
Did he know you were going to do that?
No, he asked me to.
He asked you to do it.
He asked me. That's why I did it.
Wow.
He said, just do it. And so I sprayed his hair.
Wow, that is crazy. I mean, just in general, like, you have been... Were you trying to be a trailblazer? Like, were you like, I'm going to be the guy that is self-expressing and is bringing bright colors out and is dyeing the hair? Did you know the impact that was going to have?
No, I didn't know the fact that I was going to be alive, be honest with you. Right. And, when I had the gun in my head and stuff like that in Detroit, that changed my whole perspective about the old Dennis Rodman. And I changed the old Dennis Rodman to the new Dennis Rodman.
In that moment?
That moment right there.
Is that
boom.
the Craig Sager moment? Is that that?
Yeah. Well, yeah, it was something like that. So that's when I got traded to San Antonio.
Right, okay.
So that changed my whole perspective about life. And I've always liked the 60s, the 70s, 80s. Especially the 60s because how they dressed, Jimi Hendrix, Jim Morrison, all the guys like Led Zeppelin. I liked how they dressed with the bell bottoms, it was more it was cool how they dressed. They dressed so gay.
It was cool how
they dressed so gay. So I'm like, but obviously, if you look at the outfits, it's sexy as hell. You know, you got the Robert Plant. Robert Plant was sexy. That's woo boy. He dressed.
What's your best look?
I had a look on in Vegas, man. You should put it up in Vegas. I was pretty much like Robert Plant mixed with Jimi Hendrix. It was like a gold, flared out, bell bottom, boots, tied up shirt. It was more like a halter top, tied up like that. Had glitter all over me, and I was just walking through, Vegas. Just walking in Vegas, and people just looking at me like, and at that point, people still like, oh my God, he's doing it again. He's doing it again. I'm not even trying to do it. I'm just like doing it, So yeah, I got so used to it, and now people just expecting me to do it, but it's like more. It was just for me. It was just for me.
And you've been so self-expressive over the years, especially with all the clothing, right? Trying to tie in the sneakers, right? You're wearing the Crocs today. You had your own sneaker with Converse. You wore Reebok pumps at the beginning days of the NBA.
And they didn't pay you, right?
Boy, no, they didn't pay me nothing. They just gave me free shoes.
What were you getting to?
And to my point is, you look at all the clothes as your self-expression. Do you ever, for example, you're wearing red Crocs right now. Do you ever, did you ever have or still do place priority on your actual footwear, or is it more so with just the clothes?
I used to mainly wear Converse a lot. But when I got to California, I used to wear Vans a lot. Vans, I love Vans. They're very comfortable. They're just very, it's just like Converse. They don't go out of style. They can be dirty. They can be clean. Either way, you're gonna wear them, right? So I did a couple outfits with some dirty Converse, but they blend in. They blend in. With the mohawk. I had mohawk then. Had the drag makeup, stuff like that. I just blended all in. So. Yeah, man, it's just wild back then. I mean, even I did something in Vegas, and this is a trip you guys out. I was going to a party in the Vegas at Venetian, big party. They throwing a party for me and stuff like that. So I went upstairs. I got a makeup artist. So the guy said, "I'm gonna dress you like Gene Simmons." I knew the guy from Kiss, from Kiss. So he said, "All right, great." get all the makeup on and stuff like that. I literally looked just like the fucker, right? Just like the fucker. I said, oh my God. I had the outfit, the tight outfit. I mean, it had everything on. Dude, I'm like, this is not real. So I got out, the elevator opened up. I said, this got to be fucked up. It's Gene says, that motherfucker. That was that guy. He was in the goddamn elevator. I was like, oh, shit.
Wow.
He said, first he said, Dennis. I'm like, how the fuck you know it's me? He said, because we go to the same party. We go to the same party. I was like, oh, shit. I'm just like him. He's sitting right beside me.
Yeah,
so, yeah.
Thinking of just back in the day and like, you know, all this vintage stuff is coming back. I'm sure you think it's such a trip that the stuff people think now is cool, like, is from the 80s or 90s. And they're bringing back, like, we have this one, like, I showed you. This is the original 1985 Air Jordan 1.
And
right?
then we have another one over here.
We got another one over there, different colorway. And this, the Air Jordan 1, literally 40 years later, is still the biggest, one of the biggest shoes. And they just re-released this exact colorway. And they actually, I don't know if you saw it, they released the shoe with like cracking on it, and they wanted to make it look like it was old.
Oh,
right?
Yep.
And they had like the old newspaper and all that stuff.
Yep.
And they're bringing back all these things. What do you think they should bring back in sneakers? What sneakers should they bring back? Is it the Indestructs? Is it the Arwen?
I got the Indestructs already.
But like a different color? Or what do you think they should bring back?
I think this is more fashionable because if you look at it, it's the fact that it has a signature look because it's more like, really? And you can actually take this shoe here, since it's like maybe a little worn a little bit, but you can actually take this shoe here and can wear it with anything. You got them on right now. I mean,
I took
you
mine
had them
off.
on. You took them. These are yours.
These are mine.
These are yours. So you know what I'm saying? You can actually wear this with anything, literally. You can put this with anything, man, and it just blend in.
But is there a shoe you think we should bring back?
I don't.
Or a style or something that should come back?
Well, they was talking about doing the old Converse.
Which, the weapon?
The Julius Erving's Converse.
Oh, okay.
I mean, Julius, I think Larry Bird won back in the day. So, so it had the star.
Right, yeah, that's the weapon, right? Is this Converse weapon? Yeah, Converse weapon.
It had the star, but they should bring that back just for the fun of it.
Right. Okay, so you want them to bring back the Converse weapons.
And something they have recently started to bring it back to the famous clip from last Chicago Got Sold, you calling out Travis Scott with the backward swoosh, the Darwins. Supreme, you know, you're familiar with Supreme, the brand, the New York brand? Well, it's a big streetwear brand. They've actually re-released Darwins recently, I think last year, in their collaboration with Nike.
And it has like a vintage look. Like people are trying to do that. They want the old school look and feel. And it's just because I feel like, in my opinion, I'm a huge vintage guy. I love like stuff that looks like it's from the 90s. I feel like the 90s might be the best sneaker and style era, maybe of all time. What do you think of that?
It is. So, I think it is because you had so many stars back then. I mean, so many stars on different teams. And and they all had their own shoe. But Mike just led me with the Trailblazer, stuff like that. And I love vintage. We go to vintage stores all the time. Yeah. We
got some sick vintage stuff here.
I would say you go to vintage stores now. They're actually selling shoes. I mean, actually selling tennis shoes. Right. And I'm like, wow. And I looked at you. I said, oh shit, I seen these the other day in Houston at a shoe store. I mean, at a vintage store. And I'm like, so I think a lot of people are bringing that look back. Right. And everybody's just pretty much trying to duplicate it, but put a little twist to it. So like I said, a lot of people do wear a lot of old stuff, stuff like that. So,
I mean, just going back to like, this is from the 80s, right? 85. This shoe right here. You've already talked about the Travis Scott thing quite a bit, and you said that you're upset about it.
Keep hammering on that, huh? I already say what I had to say about that one.
No, I know, but what I'm saying is like 40 years later, all they do is reverse the swoosh, and it's the biggest shoe in the world, or one of the biggest shoes in the world.
It's already there. That's the biggest shoe. I mean, literally, that's it. And I got this. What I'm saying though, but if you look at this shoe here, and it's just funny as hell. Look at the history. If somebody can look it up on their phone right now and tell me what shoe this copy looks like when I was with the Bulls. Tell me what shoe this looks like. So you let me know what Travis Scott did. So I'm just letting you know. You let me know how did Travis Scott get that idea.
So wait, so last year when you came to the event, that clip, I mean, I'm sure you don't really like keep it up to date on the internet of what's, a big thing, but that was a huge thing. Like when you came and you picked up the shoe and you said, Travis Scott, you copied me, give me some credit. TMZ posted, every news outlet posted it. Did anyone reach out to you?
Is anything wrong with that?
No, not at all. But I'm asking you, did anyone reach out to you? Did Travis ever reach out to you?
No, I'm like I said, I'm not blasting Travis. I knew Travis back when he first started and stuff like that. He's a hell of a talent, man. He's great. He is great. A lot of
Biggest
people in the world,
right
biggest in the world. I give him credit. He's up there with Kanye. I can't say his name right.
Kanye.
Kanye. I can't say his damn name right. I was going to Kanye, whatever his fucking name is.
Kanye.
Yeah, Kanye. But I'm saying they're like neck and neck, seriously, man. But Travis is, he's cool though to me. He's actually cool.
Do you have a favorite new school guy like Travis, Kanye, Drake?
Well, Drake is old news, right?
Drake is old news. You know the Drake and Kendrick beef? Do you know anything about that? Do you keep up with that?
No, I don't.
Drake, do you know Kendrick Lamar? Do you know who that is?
I don't even listen to rap.
Okay, well, Kendrick Lamar's like a huge artist, and him and Drake have like the biggest beef in the world. But I don't know. You probably don't keep up to date with stuff like that. No interest.
She does, though.
Okay,
yeah, she does. She knows all.
What do you think, Drake or Kendrick? Who won the beef?
Right.
What do you think? No comment. Okay,
no comment.
I like that. Okay,
Safe.
good. So, do you have any favorite new school person?
I don't know what's out. I'm
In the
like
last 10 years?
I'm more like a 80s, 90s guy, man.
Nothing new impresses you?
I'm always in the Pearl Jam lane.
Pearl
And
Jam.
I'm in
Okay.
the Pearl Jam lane. So I listen to music like that.
Okay, but there's nothing in the last 10 years you're like, that guy, I think, is doing something really cool that sticks out. Kanye, you said,
I know because I know Kanye and he's almost like over controversy and stuff like that. I think he really set things on a pedestal where he has to make people fall off a damn cliff, but he'll make sure he'll reel you back in. But he's good at that, and everything he talks about, I think he got it from his mother before she died. Right. Before she died, bless her soul. But he's good, man.
He's from here. He's from Chicago.
Yeah, I know, yeah. He is
Childhood
good,
home's
man.
10 minutes
Bless the
from
guy, man. He's a good guy, man.
And I mean, speaking of Kanye and new school versus old school, we have a newer age Kanye West sneaker right here. This is the Red October. I actually gifted Jonathan this pair, but this pair fetches up to $20,000, $30,000 brand new. What's your thought on something obviously this compared to an 85?
Classic old look or new look? What do you think?
Well, you said that's Adidas, right?
No, that one's Nike, but his stuff
that's
now is Adidas. And they're selling his stuff without his consent.
Was he with Nike?
That's with Nike, and then he
Nike.
wanted royalties from Nike, like Mike got, and Nike wouldn't give him the royalties. So he went to Adidas, right? Does all the stuff with Adidas, biggest shoe in the world, right? And then he says he has the controversy with the Jewish comments he made, right? And Adidas and all of his partners dropped him pretty much. But what happened is Adidas. So Kanye goes on to say those comments. Everyone feels a different way about it, whatever it might be. Kanye said some insane things over the day. But either way, Adidas drops him. Adidas's stock price starts to dip heavily because Adidas has always been around, but Kanye made Adidas cool to this new demographic, right? So what happens is the stock price goes down. Adidas is like, what do we do, right? Like, we need to sell these Yeezys still. They sell the Yeezys without Kanye's approval. Kanye's blasting them on social media. Don't sell my sneakers without my approval. They don't care. They sell millions of pairs regardless. What do you think of that? How does that make you feel?
It depends if you have an exclusive. And it's a fine line in those contracts that you have to understand because, like when you go to court, they'll twist a couple of words here and there, and then all of a sudden now you're kind of screwed, right? But I just think that, for some reason, Kanye is Kanye, right? Yeah. He can't sue him for some reason.
Right. Yeah, no, they got him on the paperwork for sure.
They got on the paperwork, but he can't sue him though. Right. But they got the right to sell the shoe anytime they want. But like you said, their value dropped. And I would say, I would have just made a compromise. Say, okay, all right, we put you on probation, so you'll come back.
Right.
I would have did that real
No, they
quick.
did. Kanye's doing all his own thing. He
That's
has his own shoe.
That's what I said.
I'm going to ask you on camera. I asked you behind the camera, when are we going to have a Rodman sneaker? We want to do it. Got Soul, got Rodmans, whatever you want. We know that with the power of the internet, the power of your brand, we could blast it. Would you ever do your own shoe, Dennis?
I've been trying to do that for years, man. But, I just think people, it's like you got to have people have a perception about me, but for a shoe and stuff like that. It has to be one of those shoes where it's got to be like you can wear it once or twice, and then put it on the rack and stuff like that. It's more like a novelty, something like that. But it looks good when you go out to dinner. It looks good when you
something flashy.
Something flashy, but it's not too over the top, But it's cool though to wear it. So Yeah, I would love to have a shoe. You know, a lot of people have been trying to make shoes about me, and
I think we might have the brand and the following to kind of help with it too. I mean, I think you've seen it.
And the international reach. I mean, it's a household name. Not even around the country, around the world.
So is Rodman. Even
No,
way
no,
more
no.
so.
I'm talking about. I'm not talking about us. You know. what I mean?
And then
But
got sold too. I mean,
No, of
millions of
course.
followers, the power of the internet.
they probably see it all over the place now, huh? Got sold.
Yeah, millions. We reach. I don't even know if I can say this on camera, but we reach 100 million people a month on social media.
Dude, that's insane, dude. That's insane. I mean, just like I said, you built up something that's very cool, and it goes back to when we first started the conversation, how you guys got sold. That's the key right there. You should come up with a gimmick where it's okay, great, got sold, and it should be like a storyline to every time you guys do an event. It should be a storyline all the time. You should be videotaping this and making this like a documentary about got sold and store it out there. You can throw it on the internet every day.
Oh, Netflix is going to cut us the check one day.
I was just saying, though, it's like, hey, throw it on the internet, make it like a 15-minute video every time.
A couple questions, just big picture questions, and then we're out of here. Dennis, I have to ask you, like, you obviously are a legendary and iconic figure in basketball and culture, everything. Do you feel that way? Do you feel like, oh, I'm Dennis Rodman, I'm famous, I'm this? Or do you just feel like a regular guy, or somewhere in the middle? Does it change?
Yeah, that's funny you ask. That's probably one of the good questions I've heard. A lot of my friends let you know, man, I don't, when I go out sometimes, I keep forgetting that, you know, who I am. You know, I said, oh, shit, you know, going to the airport, oh, fuck, you know, because I want to act normal. Right. I want to be normal and stuff like that, because once I left basketball, once I left all the limelight, I don't do too much of this stuff besides this right here, or go to, say, a fashion show. I'm wanting to go to a fashion. I was in the fashion.
Wang, I saw recently.
Yeah, I was doing that stuff. I just do, you know, I'm not trying to do too much of that stuff because I'm trying to retire, I'm trying to relax. Yeah. But it's hard, man, because that fame is going to be with you the rest of your life. Especially.
Do you ever wish it would go away?
Well, sometimes it comes in handy.
Yeah.
So sometimes it comes in handy. I mean, you know, sometimes like, you know, airports or, you know, waiting in line or something like that. That's the only time it pops up. But other than that, I don't care, man. I mean, it's just more like, you know, friends are friends to me, man. I got normal friends here, man.
Right. And with fame comes legacy. Do you care about legacy? What do you want your legacy to be, Dennis?
Oh, I'm already there, man. I'm really already there. In the next 20 years, it's gonna be straight, just like, just live, man. Just live and just hopefully to die right. Wow. Hopefully to die right. That's my whole goal right there, to live the next 20 years, maybe. If it's longer, great. If not, hey, just to die right, man. Just be happy, man. You know, just living life.
It's incredible. That's what it's all about. Last question I have for you, Dennis. You have so many fans. My father is sitting over there, just a 65-year-old man. He's a fan.
Oh, that guy.
I am that guy, the crazy guy over
there. What's his name? What's it called? Joe?
Joe, yeah.
Joe, that's the one that keep taking all the damn pictures?
Yeah, right.
I didn't hear, I thought I didn't hear him downstairs. I said, did you say that's your son? These your sons right here? I didn't think that was your dad.
Yeah, that's my real life dad, yeah. So he's not a prop, yeah.
Okay.
But the question I'm getting to is, my father's going to be 65 years old, I'm going to be 25, and we're both big fans of you. And there's plenty of people younger than me and older than him that are fans of you. You have millions of fans from around the world of different ages. What's the one message you have to those fans?
Oh, shit. I don't know. I just, said thank you. I mean, it's like Michael Jordan. It's like, you know, I was saying to people, I said, you know what? If you could sit there and on one hand and count who the people that's iconic and that you like in your generation, stuff like that, if you pick, you know, maybe two hands and stuff like that, I'm in the middle. I say, you know, I just thank all these people, man, because I must do something right in the world for people like me. I'm getting emotional now. I don't want to do this. I can't do it, man. But I'm just saying, I just think all the people, man. I almost got there, man. almost got there. But I just want to thank, and I don't know what to say to young kids. I mean, as you know, young kids today have their own activities, their own reason to be going forward, and Just don't let negativity. Don't let negativity override you. Just keep what you got going on. Just like play this. A perfect example. You two guys here, man. Really. This is a perfect example right here. Perfect example. Kids that sit there had nothing, and look where you guys at, man. This is what I'm saying right here, kids. These guys can lead you guys, man. These kids right here. So like I say, man, just always stay with that you think is right for you. Don't be a follower. Don't ever be a follower. Don't try. If you can't be a trendsetter, don't try it. No, you can't. That's what I'm saying. You can't be a trendsetter. Don't try it.
Dennis, to wrap up, that wow. I just want to say, you said thank you to the fans. I want to say from Joey and I and Gottsall, our family, it's a family business. Our team is our family. Thank you. And I just want to give you your flowers because I'm a big believer in that. You are a real, genuine man. And I am so grateful to have met you and gotten to know you up to this point. I hope we will do more because you've had all the fame in the world. You've done all of these things, and you've stayed genuine. And I just want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart and anyone I can speak on behalf of. And just I'm excited to do this again, brother. Seriously.
All right, guys. So don't forget, man. Don't forget what you got to do, man. You got soul, right? You got soul, right? Yeah, I got soul. There you go. Wrap it up.
Bad as I want to be. I love that. I just love it's unreal.
I should be dead by now.
Cool. To Gottsall, yes, sir. I don't even have like a, just in shock. You guys will see the podcast at some point. I don't even have any words. Like that was just insane.
We knew we were
the event was insane, and then the podcast was insane.
We knew we were in trouble when we walked him through the back loading dock, and there was already a crowd of like 200, 300 people.
Yeah, and we didn't even make an announcement like, oh, he's here. They just found out.